There are people walking free right now who believe they've gotten away with murder. That's where Island Crime comes in. My name is Laura Palmer. I'm a veteran journalist, and I investigate unsolved homicides and missing person cases on Vancouver Island. And these aren't just cold cases pulled from the archives. I'm uncovering new leads, tracking down witnesses who've never spoken publicly before. Listen to Island Crime, wherever you get your podcasts.
From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Joshua, how are you, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing this morning?
We're doing good. It's FML time. Why are you here?
What should I do with the relationship with my father?
Oh, wow. Joshua, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I'm almost 30 years old and I grew up in a single-parent household. I went 12 years with no contact with my father because of drug problems. As of 2022, he has been clean and has come back into my life, wanting to be present. Fast forward to now, and we talk every now and then, but sometimes when I'm alone or with my wife and son, I feel apathetic and distraught when it comes to our, quote, relationship. Should I cut him off or make more of an effort? What is the relationship right now, would you say? How would you describe that?
Hey, how's your week been?
Like, over text, over on the phone. Do you guys get together?
Mainly text, and we don't get together. He's a couple provinces over,
Gotcha.
So I don't get to see him all too often.
Yeah.
So we text every once in a while. Rarely it'll be a phone call. You know, in the conversation it'll be like, "Oh, we should hop on a call," and like we just never get there.
And how long has he been sober for now? Like 3 years, 4 years?
I'll say the better part, almost 5 years.
5 years.
Oh, that's great.
And he made the effort to reach out to you after he got sober?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So we were taking a trip over to the East Coast to see him, and that was the first time I had seen him in 12 years.
So that was a big move.
Yeah. So we just went down there for a vacation, and we went to go see him, and it seemed like in the moment when we had reconnected after all those years, it was too easy. I don't know. Like there wasn't really a hard conversation. It was like you chit chat with work buddies. You know what I mean? Sure. I don't know how else to describe it other than it seems very surface level.
So are you in a position now where your dad is back in your life and you have casual conversations with him, and when you went out to see him, it was like you guys just sort of picked up and there was no real thing. It was like chatting with a work buddy. But are you thinking about cutting him out of your life because he hasn't said the things that you need him to say in order to get back into your life?
Maybe, but I'm not really holding on to anything like, oh, I need to hear him say this one thing and this one thing will change and I'll have this whole revelation. It seems like...
No, but has he said sorry?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said sorry. He said sorry multiple times.
Has he tried to have, or is he trying to have a relationship with your son as well to be the grandfather in his life?
Yes, actually, I will say that. I will say that. Yeah.
Okay. So he is making an effort, though.
Why don't you want? Why when you think about cutting him out of your life? What are the reasons for that?
I just feel like when I look at other grown men and they have their families and they had finished their careers and they have this big speech that will say, oh, you know, like my father is my hero. And like, I don't feel that way. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't feel like, oh, he's the most important person to me in my life. Like at one point he was when I was a little boy, but I feel like now he's not this, oh, he's my hero and I'm like head over heels. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, cool.
Is there a place in your life for your dad to not be the hero?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, does he have to be the hero?
Yeah, like right now you're saying that you would cut him out because he's not the dad sort of that you had hoped for, right? That he let you down. And that's fine. But is there another role that he can play in your life other than the hero dad of your dreams?
I suppose so, because I think putting like a hero dad expectation is unrealistic.
You guys can't go back. You can't go back and relive your life, right?
No.
So the question is, as grown-ups, as fathers, as men, is there a way to build some sort of relationship, some sort of contact where you do share things with him, but you don't rely on him for anything? He doesn't ask you for anything, but you stay in contact and, you know, have an adult relationship with him that is minimizing the damage that if any sort of relapse or fight, whatever, can have on you and your family. Keep him at a distance, but sort of maintain that relationship. Like, is there a way to do that? I guess so. Yeah, that seems fair. That kind of seems like where it is right now. Except I don't know if it needs to go anymore, though. I really don't. I don't know if you guys need to try and build back anything.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question, Joshua. Are you still angry with him?
Yes and no. It comes in waves. You know, so like when he's here and he's around, or I'm around him, it's kind of like, oh, forget everything that you had ever felt in the past. And like, he's here right now and we can talk and we can chat and we can laugh. Yeah. But then when I'm alone and I see something on the TV, like, for example, this little boy is talking about, oh, when my dad comes home, and you as a viewer know that the dad isn't going to come home. I'm like, man, like, to be that little kid again and have that kind of like enthusiasm, like, I don't know. And then I just get super distraught.
Here's what I need to think you need to say to your dad in order to sort of let him know where your head is at.
Because you're still hurt, obviously.
You need to tell him that working on a relationship, you know, is not off the table, but the way that you are coming at it is completely different than him. He's trying to make up for lost time, and you need to tell him that what breaks your heart is that every time you do see him and you are with him, all it does is remind you of all the time that he wasn't there. And that's what that's what you got to get over. And he has to respect that. Right. It's not like you can just pick up and start rebuilding. And it's not like when you do see each other, hey, it's a great laugh. You guys are like work buddies. It hurts you because when you do get along and you do have a laugh, it crushes you because of all the time that he was gone. Mm-hmm. All those years that you couldn't do this is what makes it real hard.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, I could be wrong, but maybe recognizing the fact that he is a different person now and he is trying.
Yeah, and I guess that's all one could hope for at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he could be in a far worse situation than he is now, and I'm just glad that he's still breathing, you know?
Yeah, but you got to take care of you. Mm-hmm. You got to take care of your family.
Your family, right? And your son, especially.
Yeah. But I think that you can be honest with him. And I think that if this type of relationship is the one that you're comfortable with, I don't think that you should be under any pressure to move it to like a phase 2 where you start doing holidays together.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I really appreciate that today.
Oh, Joshua, we appreciate you. It was a good conversation, tough conversation, but I feel for you, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Nadine, hello. It's your boyfriend's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, Roz. Hey, Mocha. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you today?
I'm just trying to figure out how to fix my life.
Okay. Yeah, what's going on? Why are you here?
How do I speak up without getting buried?
Okay, that's a good question. Nadine, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. After 27 years with the company, wow. I've experienced ongoing microaggressions and have witnessed similar treatment toward other BIPOC employees. When I raise concerns, responses are often delayed, deflected by referencing past mistakes, accommodations, or personal trauma, which shifts focus away from the issue. Meanwhile, complaints from non-BIPOC coworkers are addressed quickly and formally, often leaving employees of color feeling targeted and discouraged from speaking up. I now feel silence and unsure whether staying quiet is safer or if I should work to shape the narrative. You've been there a long time. Is this a new thing?
No, but it's not a new thing. It's just it's a thing that's been accepted. Something that we've always just like followed. You know what I mean? We keep just falling into the same patterns.
Can you give us an example of something that happened recently?
That's specific to you, where you feel this way, where if somebody else did it, then they were treated differently?
Definitely. Like, if I don't do all the accounting at a certain time, then I get an email asking when it's going to happen or why I haven't done it. But like, for instance, I went away from this job for a couple of months, and then the person in the role after me didn't do the accounting for 2 months. And now I'm here backfilling and doing the work that they didn't do for 2 months.
Like, if you were to bring up these circumstances, these situations, do you have enough history to confidently say that you feel that the treatment is because you're a person of color, not just the way that a person of color has been treated? Do you know what I mean by this? I
want to say yes. I know another girl who's in a similar situation.
Okay.
At another one of our locations, who they were always saying stuff and giving her a hard time for not staying on top of stuff. But then again, someone else came in and did that role, struggling as well. But it's more so, but how can we help that person not struggle, right? If it was still, talking bad about them.
And have you gone to anyone to HR? I mean, I can't imagine that if you went to HR, okay, I'm just saying, but if you went to HR, the way HR departments are now is they are hypersensitive to this kind of thing. Like, I can't imagine that if you went to HR and say that, hey, you feel that you're being treated differently because of the color of your skin, that they're going to blow you off. I can't see a company blowing you off for that. And then if they do, they have much bigger problems, and you have much more.
This is something they would have
much
to
more control.
Really investigate.
Yeah.
But then I always worry about getting blackballed or having a target on my back by escalating it that far, Do
you have evidence or do you have emails that would be able to back up some of your claims? Like, for example, if you went to your boss and said, the past couple of months, I've noticed this, and this have been happening. Here's where my understanding, based on, the notes that I've been given on due dates are. And when I look at somebody like, insert name here, when they're given the same task with the same deadline or the same requirements for work, they're given a little bit more leniency than myself. I just want to get an understanding moving forward as to why that's happening, or I'd like to get an understanding to that situation.
No, and that's the problem too. That's the other problem. The other problem is a lot of it's verbal, right? So I don't know. It's just, I'm very disheartened because I actually love my job to pieces. I just don't want anyone to have anything against me. You know what I mean? For bringing up a concern. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I'm thinking staying quiet is going to be the best thing to do right now.
Well, no, and I listen, I think that what you're saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what you're saying is that it's not like you have this paper trail and hard evidence specifically that shows that you're being treated differently because of the color of your skin. You just know how you feel on a daily basis. And I'm sure there's times in your life where you felt the same way and you've not been wrong. And you kind of go with your gut in these situations. I would say that, companies do take this stuff very seriously, but I also think that if you're going to go in there with some sort of claim of racism, in order to move that forward, people are going to need, unfortunately, it's got to be more than the vibe, right? Exactly. People are going to need hardcore examples in order to help you, not in order to fight you on this, but in order to help you with this. And then all of that is going to be on you. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying that if you are going to do this, because, you should, if you are going to do this, you just need to make sure you have all answers to all questions.
Yeah.
And you have to go into this situation
prepared. Yeah.
Well, not just prepared, but for you and you alone. You can't say, well, so-and-so also feels this way.
Because they may not feel the same way as you.
Or they may not have evidence to back them up. And if they ask, hey, Nadine, is anyone else feeling this way? All you can say is, you should ask them. Go talk to them.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I get it. 27 years is a long time to be at any company. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there's people that just don't like you. Maybe there's people that, I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But if you think that you have a case to be made, and I would say, for sure, make it, because this is the kind of thing that keeps you up at night. And it's the kind of thing that makes you hate going into work every day. And if you truly feel that your vibe is right on point and you know exactly what's going on and you just don't know how to articulate it, then I think you could say that as well. I don't think that you have to go full on, nuke the place. Yeah, I don't think you need to do that. I think that if you find somebody, within the department that you can maybe raise these concerns with that will listen and will help. I think that that's what you're sort of looking for, right? To help guide you through this.
Thank you so much for the sounding board.
You got it.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you. Take care. Bye, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Liz, hello. It's your boyfriend's Roz and Mocha.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Good. But you are on FML for a reason. What is that reason?
Sure. How do I stop feeling like I'm failing one child while trying to help another?
Okay. So, Liz, you said, hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. My stepson, who has behavioral issues and past trauma, started living with us 2 months ago, and I'm struggling to adjust to having him with us full time while raising my 19-month-old son. I find myself completely burnt out and exhausted from ensuring my stepson has everything he needs for a successful day and learning how to parent him. It's gotten to the point where I struggle to give my toddler the attention and patience he deserves, and the guilt is overwhelming. I've talked to my husband about my guilt and concerns, and he understands, but all he says is that this is a learning experience for all of us and that we'll get through it. How do I live with the guilt of not being able to give my son everything I have?
Has your husband talked to you about what it was like raising your son prior to you guys all becoming a family? Like, how did he and I guess his ex raise that child day to day with everything that child needs?
So they split up when he was quite young. He was about 4. And it was a nasty breakup. So she took him from him and wouldn't let him see him for quite a long time. And then it was every other weekend for years. And at that point, yes, he would have behavioral issues with her, but because my husband had a disconnect, he was more or less just trying to build a relationship with him. I don't know if this makes sense, but she would take all of his devices and everything away from him for being bad at school. But then when he came to our house, it's almost like my husband he just wanted to play with him. He just wanted to be a friend, more of a parent, if that makes sense. So now we're in a situation where he's going to school with living at our house, going to school. So we are having to deal with the behavioral issues and then learning how to navigate parenting, because he will not take no for an answer. He will argue until he's out of breath.
How old is your stepson?
He'll be 14 in May.
14's a tough age.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has the family got involved with anybody professional at all?
So he's currently in the process of being diagnosed with ADHD. The pediatrician also thinks he has ODD. That will be beneficial once he's medicated and we have that under our belt. He was in counseling, but they ended that because he wasn't engaging.
Okay,
so there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening.
Let's go back to the guilt thing of you having a 19-month-old and you feel guilty because you can't give that kid the attention. I think that these are two completely separate things, and I'll tell you why. You wouldn't be feeling this way that you're neglecting your 19-month-old if right now you had a brand new newborn in the house that needed more attention.
Exactly.
Okay. So my mother-in-law, Catherine's, I think her parents, they had 3 under 3.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
And so you don't have that same thing. You just make it work. You just figure it all out and you realize that it's all going to be okay. So in that sense that your husband is right. The guilt you're feeling over not giving your 19-month-old son is because you didn't have the emotional preparation that you would if you had another baby. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You just got thrown into this situation. But if you did have a brand new newborn with that 19-month-old son, the guilt wouldn't be as weighty on your shoulders, right?
Yeah,
you would just make it work, even though you would be giving the 19-month-old the exact same amount of attention as he's getting now. right? It would just feel different. So what feels different is that you're dealing with something that you are like, God, why am I dealing with this right now when I should be looking after my brand new baby?
Right.
And that's why it feels like guilt. As far as navigating this goes, I know you probably want to be a great stepmom and everything else. But at 14, you guys are in a real difficult situation. And to have your husband, who's also in a difficult situation because he doesn't really know the kid all that well and still trying to build his relationship and not screw things up, you guys need to bring in some reinforcements.
Okay.
And you need to you can't just medicate a kid into obedience, right?
Like I think you and your husband, because you brought up ADHD and what was it, ODD? No.
ODD.
Yeah. You and your husband need to educate yourself on what those two things are and what a child would need. And medication is not always the answer. Medication may help, but a lot of the support is going to have to come from the two of you. And I think also your husband is going to have a conversation with his ex to say, if this is what's happening, we all need to know everything there is to know about ODD and ADHD. And we all also have to come to an agreement on how we deal with him getting in trouble or his attitude or anything like that. It can't be like, well, mom does this and dad does this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the ODD and ADD sort of explain everything, okay? Because I fear that that's the road you're going on here. There's a lot of people with ADD who aren't criminal.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I'm saying you guys need to educate yourselves, because you're going to recognize signs, and maybe there are things within those descriptions that don't pertain to your son.
Yeah, like I think that you're going down a road of maybe you're trying to fix the wrong thing.
Okay.
You have to, despite diagnosis, you have to be able to do your own research.
Okay.
Yeah.
And make sure, like, any of that medication, like, is it the right dosage?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying don't ever trust medical professionals, but as parents, the three of you, your husband, and his ex, need to educate yourselves on all of that stuff.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But you're doing great. Please don't get down on yourself. You're doing the best that you can, okay?
Thanks.
I know it's tough. And it probably weighs on you every single day.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're doing the best. And keep the conversation with your husband going, okay?
Okay, yeah. We've actually been pretty good at that.
And especially if those feelings get heavy, because you're going to need each other. And it sounds like you really need to lean on him and let him know that, okay?
Okay.
All right, girl. Reach out if you need anything else, okay?
All right, thanks so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
There are people walking free right now who believe they've gotten away with murder. That's where Island Crime comes in. My name is Laura Palmer. I'm a veteran journalist, and I investigate unsolved homicides and missing person cases on Vancouver Island. And these aren't just cold cases pulled from the archives. I'm uncovering new leads, tracking down witnesses who've never spoken publicly before. Listen to Island Crime, wherever you get your podcasts.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Why, hello, Mel. It's your boyfriend's Roz and Mocha.
Hello, you two.
All right, this is FML. Let everybody know why you're here.
How do I get my teenager to stop stinking?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Mel, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. How do I get my 13-year-old to take his hygiene seriously? He's going through puberty and smells real bad, but he doesn't want to shower. I have to force him to shower every day and constantly remind him to put on deodorant and brush his teeth. He's so stinky, you can't even stand beside him. I'm at a loss and don't know what else to do. I know there are a lot of opinions on the show about hygiene, especially since Roz barely washes himself. So maybe they have some tips or tricks. First of all, I don't wash my hair. I wash my body. Well, I don't wash my legs.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when you do ask him, like, what's his reaction?
Well, he just, he gives me that typical, oh, okay, fine, whatever. And then he goes in the shower and he's in there for like 45 minutes. But he smells when he comes out. So I'm like, are you even washing yourself while you're in there? And of course, because he's 13, I can't verify that, right?
Yeah.
So.
Does he know he smells?
He knows he smells.
Are you sure?
So he just doesn't care.
Are you sure?
I tell him, I'm like, you smell.
No.
You smell.
But does he smell it?
Maybe not. I don't know. Can you smell your own odor?
I mean, I think when you get to a certain point, you acknowledge it. But I just remember when I was a teenager that I smelled, like my mom would always say, you reek, whatever. And I couldn't smell it. But there was one day where it hit me, where I was like, oh my God, what is that smell? And then it was me. And I realized, oh my God, I do smell. Like, it took me a while. Like, I was like smell blind to it.
But do you think that maybe your son, Mel, hangs out with other smelly kids? That's why he doesn't notice?
Yeah, because when we go to parent-teacher interviews, I'll say, I'm like, do all the kids in your class smell? All the boys? And she's like, oh, yeah, at the beginning of June, she's like, it smells so bad in here. So I think it's like everybody.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever thought about hiring a girl?
Okay, you know what? I have spoken to him about that too. I'm like, there's some cute girls in your class, and you smell really bad.
Like, can you hire a girl to tell him that?
Maybe I should. That's a good idea.
All the girls in the class should get together and be like, yo, you guys friggin' stink.
Yeah, I think that if you got all the girls together, especially at 13, right? Like, if you got all the girls together to just, not make a big show of it, right?
Them?
No, don't embarrass them. Jesus. What are you running, an incel factory? but just if I don't know if there's a girl that is, he kind of likes, whatever, but I would just shoot her some cash and just be like, yo, tell him be nice to him, but just tell him that he stinks. Right. And then maybe that'll listen, at a certain point.
Yeah, maybe.
Most guys start doing things only because of girls. Right. I don't know if he's at that point yet.
Well, he might be. I don't know, because I found a girl's phone number from his class in his phone, so he might be. Yeah. I don't know.
What is his routine? He does shower, but he still stinks when he comes out of the shower? That's the deal?
Well, yeah, if I'm not home to make him shower, he won't shower.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's teenage boys, though.
Yeah, but
his clothes smell really bad.
I know, but also, Mel, Mom, I don't want to be the one to have to tell you this, but there's a good chance that when he's in that bathroom with that door locked and the water is running, he's not showering.
Oh, I know that.
Okay.
I'm aware when all the characters he chooses on Fortnite are girls, and I'm like, why? He's like, oh, because they're harder to see. I'm like,
Yeah. He's not. There's a reason the door's locked, but it's not.
No,
it's
I don't know.
Showering.
I think you can just keep reminding him and asking him. Until he gets to a point where he's like, yeah, I really do stink and I need to properly shower.
Should I just let him get really stinky?
No, every day hound him, be on him. You're his mother, right? Just you wouldn't be doing your mother's job if you didn't berate your 13-year-old boy who smells like the devil. That is your job.
Yeah, you have to talk to him about it every day. I agree.
Okay, because I just feel like I'm on him about everything, and I think it's 13, it's going through puberty. Boys are kind of stupid when they're going through puberty,
right? Of course
right?
they are. Yes.
Which is why he doesn't want to shower.
Yeah. Have you ever kicked him out of the car when you're about 5-6 blocks away from home?
No, not yet.
I would.
Yeah, he plays competitive sports too. So his gear, everything just smells.
No. Yes. Yeah.
And he's a goalie too, Mocha. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Start calling him Rag.
Yeah, he can be.
Yeah,
he can be the wet rag at the bottom of the sink that hasn't been changed for a week.
Yeah. You know what? What about when he comes home, you move his bed into the garage?
A good idea.
Yeah, I would if when he walks up to the house when the weather gets a little bit warmer, I'd hide in a bush with the hose, and as soon as he hits that front door, I'd start. I'd have a squirt bottle of soap in one hand and the water hose in the other hand,
and the car cleaner in the other.
Yes. The
car mop, and just start mopping him down. Be like, you're not coming in my house smelling like that.
Thank you. I would do that in front of everybody, the whole street.
You got some options there, Mel.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Love you.
Love you, too. Hey, you're not going to ask me the question?
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Obviously, the smooth, cool dude, Roz.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
You know you don't wash his hair, his legs, or his face?
Stop. Oh, yeah, I forgot face. I don't wash my face either.
He reminds me of my son.
Oh.
Hey, you know,
At least you didn't say
Stinky.
grandpa. Oh,
He
stinky.
needs to be hosed down.
Oh, God. Stop
Right?
it. Stop it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Seeker app.
There are people walking free right now who believe they've gotten away with murder. That's where Island Crime comes in. My name is Laura Palmer. I'm a veteran journalist, and I investigate unsolved homicides and missing person cases on Vancouver Island. And these aren't just cold cases pulled from the archives. I'm uncovering new leads, tracking down witnesses who've never spoken publicly before. Listen to Island Crime, wherever you get your podcasts.